Good morning, friends. What day is it? It's Thursday, the 22nd. And we got snow outside. It was snowing yesterday. I was going to do a little filming yesterday with the snow coming down. And I was quite busy yesterday. Because I had come back from my mom's. Oh, here comes Chloe. Slowly moving along. And all that looks like fog right there. It is so cold outside. That's the vent from my dryer. You know how it vents outside. So, I'm doing laundry today. So I got back home yesterday from my mom's. And, oh, here comes Lacey. She's running. Hurry up, girlie. Come on. Good girl. So as I was saying, I got home yesterday from my mom's, and I had a lot of stuff to do when I came back. So first of all, let me just say to all of you, I did not have a chance to film while I was at my mom's. My mom and I had plans to do some things, and she got sick. So the whole first week that I was there, my mom was really sick. She had a really bad head cold, and you know when you get a real bad head cold and your nose is just constantly draining and you're constantly blowing your nose and you don't feel good and you got sinus pressure and you're dizzy and just all of that, and you don't feel good. Well, that's what my mom had that for about a week. So I didn't get to go anywhere or do anything except we did some shopping and just stopping, like we went to Bath and Body Works because they had a 75% off sale on their Christmas stuff and some of the things that they had left from the fall. I got a whole bunch of body creams and I got lotions now because I remember I ordered some of that stuff online too, and some soaps. And so in addition to the stuff that I ordered after Christmas that I got 50% off, I went and I got a whole bunch more stuff that was 75% off. And some of those things were like $3.50, $3.95 or whatever it was. And so by the time you're able to get all of that, it only came to like, I think $49, all the stuff that I got, and I got a ton of stuff. I got a whole bag full of things. So anyway, I brought all that back, and I put all that, I'll just show it to you. I put it all together with the stuff that I had already bought after Christmas. I got enough stuff, lotion and soaps, to get me through the whole entire year, that I never have to go to Bath and Body Works until next Christmas, or next fall, I should say, because that's when I'll start, buying up more soaps and that. So, like, we did that. I went to this Italian grocery store. It's a family-owned grocery store. And I told you about that store before. They have a ton of stuff that you can get at great prices. I buy my nuts there and bring my nuts back. And, like, in addition to like just regular standard walnuts and pecans that you can find anywhere at your grocery stores, but they have like hazelnuts and Brazil nuts that you can buy in big packages, and then they're a good price. I get my meats there, and I knew I had to do a Costco run at some point after I got back home, but I thought, why should I do a Costco run when I go home when I could just go there and then just bring meat back? And that's what I did. I brought a ton of meat back home. But the thing was, after I got home, then, see, I bought everything in bulk. So then I had to separate everything. But I'll show you my freezer too. I had to come home and I had to completely organize everything. But I got chicken and pork chops and Italian sausage links to do Italian sausage sandwiches. And I got the regular ground Italian sausage, and I got it in hot and mild. And what else did I get? I got whole chicken breasts. I bought a couple roasts. I got a New York strip sirloin in the big long bulk piece of meat, and then they cut it into your steaks, and I got, out of that, I got 16 steaks, and I think it was only like $42. That's what I'm saying. If you buy it in the whole big loin, it's cheaper. I think it was like, what, $3.28 a pound or something like that, and then they'll cut it in your steaks. So, like, my whole freezer's full now. So, anyway, and so yesterday there was a lot of snow that was predicted to go all the way through Pennsylvania. There was some, like, Alberta Clipper or something like that, whatever it's called. And I woke up at 6 o'clock and the snow was beginning to fall. So I told my mom, I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to try to stay ahead of the storm. So I had some snow all the way through Pittsburgh. And then after I left Pittsburgh, the roads were just kind of wet from, you know, what snow had fallen earlier, you know, south of Pittsburgh. And then the roads cleared up. And then as I kept driving, then it began to rain. And then it cleared out and the roads were dry again. And probably after only a couple hours of that, then the roads were nice and clear and dry until I hit like Harrisburg, right north of Harrisburg. Then it started to snow again, but the roads were still dry. It was like a dry snow. And then it cleared out again and dry roads all the way home. And then yesterday afternoon, then it started to snow. So we got some snow. Not that much, just like, you know, a ground cover. So I left at 6:30 and I got home right before noon. And then how much work I had to do. Okay, so I had to, all the stuff that I had gone shopping for and brought things home, like the meat. I went to this, there's a candy store, family-owned chocolatier store up there. They make the best chocolate ever. And so, like, my mom and I, we stopped there, and I got chocolates, and I stopped over at the confectionery store. I told you there's a confectionery store there. And I bought chocolate. Okay, these I had bought before I left. And I even forget what store I bought those at. But remember I told you with Christmas baking I had run out of chocolate. So I bought those. Well, this one's milk chocolate and one's dark chocolate. And those are 10 pounds each of chocolate. So I've got to get more the mason jars, the quart, not the quart, the bigger one. Is it a quart and a half or whatever, the real big jars. And I'm going to vacuum seal all those after I get some of those. I'll do that when I go grocery shopping this weekend. So I didn't put that away, but like I had to put all my meat away and everything. And then one thing I got, see, here's some of these steaks. We're going to have these on Friday. Instead of putting them in the freezer, I just left them out, but they're New York strip steaks, really nice. And then I got this roast. We're going to have that for dinner today. But this here is all ground sausage. And I'm going to can some sausage today. So I got my jars. They're cleaned over there. And then I got some cherries and some fruitcake mix, because if you watch my vlogs, and like you were around even last year for Christmas, you know that I like fruitcake, and I have a really nice fruitcake recipe, so that because a lot of fruitcakes, they don't taste very good, but I have one that is really, really good. And it's loaded with, like, you know, it's got like the fruitcake mix in it, but it's got like a lot of raisins and like a lot of nuts in it and everything. So it's really good. So since I didn't have a chance to make my fruitcake, I'm going to make fruitcake. So some of this stuff I had. For example, like this row here, this is all chicken that goes all the way to the back. This is the stuff I got from Costco. But like all of this stuff here, this is all the stuff I had to package yesterday. And I had to rearrange this whole top shelf. So, see, like, these are the kind of nuts that you can get at that store. I brought these back a while ago. And then these are just some chili wedding soup. I got some cabbage rolls and stuffed peppers back in there. More nuts back in there. And then this is my bacons and sausages. And then down here I have more bacon too. But this is where I keep my ground beef. There's another chili. Nothing in here I brought back. But down here, so down here, I usually keep my roast, and if I have like extra chickens or anything extra, like I have more cabbage rolls down here, I have, you know, my roast down here. I bought these shrimps, my husband likes those, and I got, these are in here, you can't see because it's a little bit frozen, but they're little tiny meatballs. Because it's an Italian store, and like wedding soup, you're supposed to put little meatballs in, and they make their own meatballs right there. They butcher their own meat at that store and everything. So, you know, they make their own meatballs, so it's all good stuff. And then this is all back in here. I think all these kinds of things belong to my son Adam. I have more steaks. All my steaks and stuff, you know, is all there. So it's mainly stuff that's behind back in here, and all this shelf going all the way back. That's what I had to do when I got home yesterday. So it was a lot of work. This is what I like about this store too. You see the butcher's paper? That store, like I said, they butcher their own meat. And like their sausages, they make all their sausages right there on site. Like those little meatballs, they make those. And they get, my mom said she's not sure where they get all their cows from. But she knows for a fact that they get their chickens from all the Amish farmers nearby. So you're getting good chickens too. I'm sure they probably get their cows from there too. I'm assuming. I don't know. But you go to those stores, they have 2 locations. And you look back in the butcher's area, and you could just see the sides of beef just, you know, hanging on the rack, and the pigs just hanging there and everything. Because, like I say, it's not only a grocery store, but their meat department, they butcher their own meat. And it's like local farm animals, I guess, that they buy their meat from. And their prices, they're so much better than at the grocery store. It's unbelievable. So that's why when I go to my mom's, I always bring a couple tubs with me. You know, like those Rubbermaid container type tubs. And I buy my meat. So like when I know that I'm getting ready to go to my mom's, like, and I know ahead of time, like, you know, a month or 2 before I go. And after I've done like a Costco run, and so as we're eating meat every day and everything for dinner, I just don't make any more Costco runs. That way, when I go there, I can bring back, and it's actually cheaper than what I would spend if I were, all that meat that you saw that I got, if I would have got that at Costco, I would have spent a ton of money. So it's a lot cheaper, and it's better quality meat. So that's why I do it that way. And then, like I say, you know, they wrap up their own meat. So this is 7 pounds, 7 pounds of mild Italian sausage, and I paid, look at that, I paid $16.21 for 7 pounds of sausage. Go try to do that at your grocery store. You won't be able to do it. So there you go. That's what it looks like. So I've got to fry all of this up. And this is probably just a tad bit over because they have everything bulk there. You know, as they're scooping it out sometimes, you know, it's just like when you go to the deli to get lunch meat, you know. Sometimes it's a little bit over. And like, I usually go to the deli, but my boys stopped eating sandwiches, so I didn't stop at their deli. But like, I could buy like a pound of, let's say, turkey, and it's good turkey breast. I could spend like $5 or a little over $5 for 1 pound. Here, and even when I lived in Chicago, 1 pound of lunch meat is like $8. You see what I'm saying? So it's less money at that store. So why should I, pay more for meat here when I can get it cheaper there and just bring it back with me? So I got 7 pounds of meat because I'm hoping to do 6 of those little pint jars, with all the fat and everything that's in your meat. It's not going to be 7 pounds, in other words, you know what I'm saying? So one of those pint jars, you're supposed to get 1 pound of meat per jar. But like I said, this is sausage, so you got a lot of fat. I'll show you the pastas. I always buy their pastas too. I usually try to buy Barilla, and then sometimes I'll get like Walmart's Great Value brand. But even like a box, like the 1 pound box there of like, say, rigatoni, it doesn't matter what it is. It's over $1. I think it's $1.24 now for just 1 pound of pasta. And then if you're buying Barilla or any of those other ones, you would pay even a little bit more than that. Let's see, these bags right here. This is the name of the store, Rulli Brothers. And they have their own bagged pasta. This is 2 pounds of pasta. And 2 pounds of pasta is, it's $2. They're $2 a bag. Sometimes you can get them $1.89 a bag. That's what I'm saying. So it's a little bit cheaper. So I always come home, I bring back a bunch of those bags. I didn't have any room up here because I was already stocked with that pasta that I got to use first. But I bought, a lot of these. But that's what I say. The store, they have really good prices. And they have a lot of imported Italian things too. So, things that you would need, like an Italian cooking and so forth. And their spices, they pack their spices. Let's see, I think I have some of their spices. Hold on a minute. Here, let me just show you. I bought this, I think when I was there in September. And this is pickling spice. And you see how they package them in these little plastic containers? This is pickling spice that you use for like when you're making pickled things, like when you're canning, or like if you got a corned beef that doesn't already have the pickling spice, or like if you make sauerbraten with your roast and that sort of thing. This stuff, when you buy it at the store, is pretty expensive. To buy it in bulk like this, I paid 97 cents. 97 cents. And it's good pickling spice. It's got all the spices and everything that you need. Yeah, so that's just an example. So a lot of times I buy my spices there too, because you can get them at a very, very good price. So I'm getting ready to make my fruit cake, and this is the fruit cake mix that I got there at Rulli's, and you can see it's chopped finer. They kind of like dice theirs. That's okay. And then I've got hazelnuts. Sometimes they're called Filberts hazelnuts. I paid $6.47 for that. But this I got one of the last times I went to my mom's. And then Brazil nuts. I spent $7.43 for those, for all that. And then those I got at Costco. I think I got those at Woolies last time I see my mom. So, anyway, I got my butter on, melting. I got to chop my nuts. I got to mix my fruit, my raisins, and my nuts all together. Pour the margarine over that, and then add all my flour and my seasonings, my spices. And then I got to get this in the oven. So you can hear my pressure canner going. Got another hour and 4 minutes. I got 8 pints, and I actually had about maybe half of a pint leftover meat here, and I just decided I'd give that to the girlies for their dinner, since I probably wouldn't have gotten a whole jar out of that. So anyway, and I've got 1 load of laundry done, The second load's in the dryer, and the third load, which is the last load, is in the washing machine. And it's, what time is it? It's 7:42. So I'm actually making very good time this morning. Well, I decided to do something different with my roast, because I haven't had sauerbraten in a while. I was just going to make roast today, just, you know, roast and mashed potatoes and that, but I haven't done a sauerbraten in a long time. And I always like to make sauerbraten, especially in the winter. And then I do the braised red cabbage with that. And then I either do spatzels or I do the little potato dumplings. So I don't know what I'll do as far as that goes. I'm going to do the red cabbage, but I'm talking about as far as our carbs. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. So I just got done mixing up my little liquid here, my marinade for my sauerbraten, and this thing is sticking, this paper. I'm gonna stick this into my bowl and pour this on top. If you ever decide to make sauerbraten, you have to make this marinade and get it on your meat and cover it and put it in the fridge, and it needs to stay on there 2 to 4 days. So like we can't even have this tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wait till Saturday to make this for dinner. And what I do every day, I'll just come like a couple times during the day, and I'll just come and, you know, do like this, because you just want to keep it nice and marinated. Or you can even rotate the meat and turn it, and you know, that's sometimes what I do too. Just turn it to the side, later come back, turn it to the other side, the next day flip it over, you know, that sort of thing. And so you need to marinate that. In case anybody wants to know how I do my marinade, I'll just give you the ingredients on that. It's 1.5 cups of vinegar, and I use like half white distilled vinegar, and then I'll use red wine vinegar too, and you know, do it like that. Then you need 1/2 cup of red wine, you need 1 cup of water, and then you need pickling spices is the best, because if you don't have pickling spices, then what you would need is either 12 peppercorns, 12 whole cloves, 1 teaspoon of mustard seed. It's just better to just do the pickling spice. That's what I do. And then I just put like a couple tablespoons of that in there. But in addition to that, you need 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar and 4 bay leaves, and I got that in there. And the only thing I have to do now is I've got to get an onion, and I thinly slice an onion and put that in there as well. And then after you do that, let's see, when I come back Saturday, I'll try to tell you how you go about like roasting it and so forth, because there's other things that you have to add. You have to add like flour and ginger snaps for the gravy, you know, and that sort of thing. So anyway, this is step 1. This is marinating the meat. And so today's Thursday. It's early in the morning. It's only, what time is it? It's 10 minutes to 9. So I got an early start on that. So yeah, by Saturday that will be good to go for dinner. So I wanted to show you that amaryllis that my friend Andrea sent me for Christmas. It's bloomed. My husband tied this. This happened, this was this short when I left, and I was gone at my mom's for 10 days. It grew that much in 10 days. This one, unfortunately, if we bend it, it'll break. So but my husband did put those together so that they grew up straight. So that's my amaryllis. So we're just waiting for it to open up now and bloom. And Oh, you can't see through the screen, but it's snowing again. It's little snowflakes. So let's come up here. I don't know, even through there if you can still see. Because they're, you know, little teeny tiny snowflakes. So, I'm going to get dressed now. Okay, I'm going to show you here my Bath and Body Works. And this is super, super heavy. Ugh. But some of these soaps, like I said, I have bought some of these online. And then I went and I picked up a bunch more. These are new, actually. These are for the summertime, and it's one of their new ones. So I thought I'd try that when it gets nice out. And, of course, the majority of these, you know, they're all the winter fragrances, but that's okay because, I mean, we like the cranberry. The Noel is really vanilla anyway, so and I got a lot of those. And I like that peppermint. I just like the way that it smells when I wash my hands. So I got a little bit of that too. And then I bought some more vanilla bean lotions. I have 4 of those. And then I bought, this is a new summer one, Maui. And the other one is Oahu, the Hawaiian fragrances. And then I bought some of these hand sanitizers. They came 5 in a pack. And then I got some more body butters. I got Japanese Blossom. And then I picked up these 2. I think I'm going to go online and see if I can order a few more of these. This Amber Blush. That stuff smells so good. I love that fragrance. And I actually prefer the body butters to the lotion. The lotion, it's like regular lotion. You know, lotion absorbs into your skin. The body butter, because it's made with shea butter, it goes on a little bit creamier onto your skin. And it just kind of leaves your skin feeling, you know, real silky afterwards. So I actually prefer the body butters. I think that's what they're called. The shea, yeah, body cream, actually. Called body cream, ultra shea butter. So, and then I bought online also a few of these. It's the Vanilla Bean Noel. Again, it's just the vanilla fragrance. I bought 4 of these, and I'm keeping them in my car so I can just spray them and, you know, spritz up my car to smell like. So here's my sausages. So 8 pints of that. And I think I'm going to, when I go to the store this weekend, I'm going to buy more ground beef. And I'm thinking about getting these cabinets painted. I'm not sure which way I want to go, to do it. I thought about doing that chalk paint. But when you do that, I'm not going to distress it. I was thinking I might distress this, but not my cabinets. And the reason why is because I got that wainscoting over there, and you see how that's just all like flat and even. It's not distressed or anything, and so I didn't want to do distressed cabinets. I wanted the cabinets just to pretty basically match the wainscoting. But this island is like, you know, a piece of furniture that's in here, so to have that distressed, that'd be okay. But the thing is, when you do that chalk paint, it's expensive. They sell it in the quarts. I don't know if they sell it in gallons, and if they do, it's probably pretty pricey. I think a quart is $40-some, and I would need, I don't know how much I would need for in here. And then you have to buy wax, and the wax is, by the quart, it's $30-some. Because after you put the chalk paint on, from what I understand, then you have to take the wax and you have to put over it because that kind of seals it or whatever. But then I started thinking, when you clean your cabinets, like I wash my cabinets down, would that wax come off and you have to redo the wax? See, I need to go over where they sell that chalk paint, and I need to talk to somebody about that. Then I was thinking about doing the primer with that Kills from Home Depot that I had mentioned before. And then so I'd have to prime everything and then just put semi-gloss or satin white paint over it. So I'm not sure about that. how I'm going to go about that. So until I decide what I'm going to do, I guess it's going to be a little while yet before I try to tackle these cabinets. So, and then I was thinking, if I do my cabinets and I do this and I distress this, I was thinking about painting my secretary's desk and doing the distressing on that as well. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm not sure. So anyway, well, what time is it now? It is 10. Oh, it's only 10:23. It seems like it's about noon. I've been so busy getting stuff done. All my laundry's done, my canning's done, my fruitcake is almost done. And I got to do some cleaning though, some dusting and that sort of thing. I'm going to take a little break though. First, get myself some ice water. I have had a very busy day and I am so tired and my back hurts. I was getting pretty well caught up this morning doing all my work, and so I decided to go do my grocery shopping so I would not have to do it on Saturday. So I did my shopping, I put everything away, I bought some jars so I could put all my chocolates that I told you I was going to vacuum seal. I had to wash all of those, dry them, get all the chocolates in there, and clean my bathroom and just other things. So I am really tired. It is 4:45 and I've got peas in the microwave. I've got New York strip steaks cooking there. I've got a twice baked potato casserole in there. And so everything's pretty well in order here. My fruit cake is right there. My sausage is done. All my laundry. So I had a very, very busy day. And I'm tired. And so I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.